What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Santiago Show. Of course, it's your host, Nakai Santiago. You already know I'm here with one of my main guys. I think this was like this too long in the making. This should have been happened. You know what I'm saying? But we back. I'm with my boy Josh. Josh, what's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
Talk to the people, man. Tell them, you feel me? What college you going to and all that. You know what
What's
I'm saying?
up, everybody?
What's the major? What's the plan, bro?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua. I'm not gonna say my last name. Just know me by Joshua. But my name is Joshua. I'm going to Mercy College up in Dobbsbury. I'll be studying criminal justice, and I want to be a police officer.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, you know, the times that we're going through right now, it's crazy that I'm saying that. But I have a purpose on this planet, and that's to become a police officer for a reason.
That's how you feel?
That's how I feel.
That's how you feel? I feel you. I appreciate you taking the time out, though, you feel me? Always, I mean, it's whatever. And this is not a foreign sight to us. For those who don't know, a lot of people really don't. We actually did radio together.
Yeah, we did.
We did it, that was 10th grade year?
No, 11th grade, beginning of 11th grade, like around October. We did it for like a month.
Yeah. This is probably your first time on camera, and this is what I told my boy DC, is that you might want to look in the lens and not here, because when you're looking at the lens, you're not really looking at, like when people watching it, they're going to be looking at that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're going to be looking like you're looking at something else.
All right, cool.
But yeah, so we did radio, and that was an interesting time, I think. Something that I never really thought I would do, but it was kind of my entryway into sort of the podcast kind of thing. You know, that kind of was like the warm up for how I started this whole thing.
Definitely. I think that gave you the start of like, you know, like I want to do a podcast.
Yeah, I was lit. I was those lit times, man. Shout out Antoine. He definitely set the whole thing up. Antoine Cassidy, that's my guy. But yo, so let's really talk about what's going on. So, obviously, many of you know, been watching the news and everything going on. George Floyd was unfortunately killed by Officer Chauvin. Was that his name? Chauvin?
Yeah, I'm not
I believe so.
familiar.
I mean, I can pull it up right on my phone. And you know, I'm really not going to go too much into it. You obviously know, but for those who don't, George Floyd was killed, was murdered by the police. And I think that, honestly, when the video first came out, I'm going to be honest, bro, I ain't watched the whole thing. I couldn't watch the whole thing, bro, because it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like, when will it stop? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But honestly, it just kind of ain't sit right with me to just, you know, see that, because that's a man who looks like me. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't want to be, you know, seeing all that type of negativity, and I know then I have to go outside, and you know that could potentially happen to me too.
Yep.
But I just kind of got to face reality. And so when I sat down and I watched the video, and you know, I seen how the situation kind of went from, like, you know, point A to point B to point, like how it went from, you know, just the start to the end. And
it's crazy.
I like watching that man take his last breath on camera. Yo, that didn't sit right with my stomach, bro.
It didn't
like
at all.
And I kind of sat there for a little bit, and I thought to myself, and I said, what will it take for it to stop? But honestly, man, I've come to the conclusion, bro, it won't stop. It won't stop unless we have it stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a really, really interesting ear in the conversation of my mother and my stepdad the other day. And my stepdad, I was, you know, him and my mom was debating. One of my mom's closest friends, I told you about this woman who, you know, you wanted to get an NYPD and all that, so I told you to contact her. She's an officer. And me and my stepdad were talking. My stepdad and my mother were talking, and the conversation was just, you know, my stepdad debating that there's no such thing as good cops. And I sat there and I was listening to it. I was like, okay, like I was, you know, hearing both of them out. I'm hearing both of them out, and I'm like, okay, what do you mean there's no such thing as good cops? And he said something interesting. He said, if there are 10 cops, right? This is what, and I actually seen a meme like this, but it was something amongst these lines. If there's 10 cops, right? If me and you're in the police station, right? Okay. And we have 10 bad cops at our station, in our precinct, right? And it's 1,000 of us in the precinct. If those 10 cops are still able to come to work, do what they do, and those 1,000 good cops really don't do anything, you have 1,010 bad cops. Make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Yeah.
So, but my mother was also saying, was the argument to that is that her closest friend, has kind of went out her way, and amongst other officers, and gone out their way to report, cops who have they seen who was really not doing the job whenever they were, stopping someone, searching someone. There's officers out there who have reported, like Officer Hernandez didn't go about this stop and search properly.
Yeah.
And so, my mom was saying that those a lot of the times they report these incidents, but they don't really get the what's the word I'm looking for? They don't really get the attention it should. A lot of the reports just get pushed under the rug. And so that made me think, right? In order for us to kind of get in a way to stop another George Floyd, even though I highly think this is unlikely, and I'll get to that in a minute, we have to somehow get our people, and not just our people, but people who are for our people and our people, because you have people who look like us and are completely not for us.
Yeah.
I forgot the saying, not every skin folk is kinfolk, something like that. I'll probably, put that up in the on camera, but we have to, find a way to get to those positions where those reports don't get pushed under the rug. But my thing is, though, now, if we're talking about reality, as black men in America, as Hispanic men in America, POC, but specifically black and Hispanic, because I've always made the argument that the POC experience is not the same experience for all POC, right? I mean, let's be honest. The Indians, the Asians, they're considered POC, and they are, but that's not the same experience in America as Hispanics and blacks. Even a black and Hispanic, depending on your skin color, and we can go in another conversation with that about the colorism in the Hispanic community. It's not the same experience, Like you can, there's a lot of light-skinned, very white-skinned Hispanic males who don't pass as POC, right? And you do have your European Hispanics. A lot of Hispanics don't have African roots, but that's besides the point. The point I want to make, though, right, back to what I was talking about on how we could possibly stop this, even though I think it's unlikely, is we have to get in those positions, in the precincts, to not put those reports under the rug. But it wouldn't be possible because, the people in those positions are only going to let you get so far. They're like, come on, man. We got to be real. They're not going to let a brother, unless he's some sort of, he's coming from an anti-black standpoint, right? Get in those positions. But you, Josh, right? You want to be an officer, correct?
Yeah.
And that's, the route you want to take. And I'm all for it. I'm all for more officers being on the streets. I don't know about you guys, but I would 100% rather get stopped by a black cop than a white cop. Just to someone, who looks like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it isn't, that sort of racial gap,
Yeah, definitely.
And so, yeah, like, how do you feel you wanted to be a cop? What is your ultimate career goal? I'll start with that question. Like, when you hang up your boots and you put the badge down and it's all said and done. I know this is probably a hard question because you haven't even become a cop yet. So this question I'm asking you is probably 40 years, 30 years down the road. But when it's all said and done, if you can answer this, what would you want done? What does Officer Cabrera what has Officer Cabrera done in order, to say I did my job? And while you answer that, I'm gonna drink this water because I got the cotton mouth.
It's a very hard question, but
yeah,
when I finally retire and everything is all done, I want to be that officer that's known for talking things out, not letting things escalate to a point where I have to take out my gun, or where I have to use my baton, or where I have to use my taser, my pepper spray. We could go on, because NYPD got so many equipments that you can name of. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I've heard of cops like never pulling out guns in their entire 20-25 year careers.
You feel me? So
yeah, I've definitely heard of that.
So that right there to me is very important. Like, I don't really want to take out my gun. Like, I would take it out if I have to, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to relate to the person that I'm stopping, or relate to the person that's doing something bad, because we all been through that. As a Hispanic kid growing up, like, I've seen many things where I grow up. Like, I seen so many things. Like, I seen big groups fights. I seen guns. I seen knives. I seen all of that. The thing is that what we don't understand is that, like, we need to change, and we need to change from both sides too. I'm not saying that, you know, we're perfect. We can't say that we're perfect, because we're not perfect.
I love it when white folks say, you know, your culture needs to do better, or you guys need to do better. How about you do better?
Exactly, because our culture is better than yours.
You want us
Facts.
to like, you could definitely debate that too, but I'm not gonna culture knock anybody. But I mean, I agree though.
No,
but like, no, like, you want us to do better, then you do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't find it sane. You know, white people are always the first people to say we're uneducated. You know, our culture's messed up. We value the wrong things. So if you're the culture who values the right things, and you guys, you know, apparently have life figured out, how about you be the guys who educate? But it's not like that.
It's not. And what's crazy is, like, they're always saying that we the people that not educated and stuff like that. Where are you going in this for? Where are you going? What college you going to?
St. Bonaventures.
Thank you very much. How we not educated? I'm going to Mercy, 4-year school, private. Come on, B.
We young black kings, man.
Exactly.
We beat the odds. I ain't even supposed to be here right now, bro.
Exactly.
Straight up.
It's the truth.
Straight up, bro.
It's the truth.
Facts.
Our family raised us too good for us to not go to school. To let these people come at us saying we not educated.
Nah, but you know what it is though? Like, at the end of the day, and I told somebody at Chase this, we was having a debate, and I said, yo, you want to know the root of all problems in America when it comes to race? And it's not racism. Because racism to me will never die. Racism will never die.
It won't.
You will always have people who feel a certain type of way about how someone looks. And in a form of social racism, then you have systemic racism and so on and so forth, right? Which eventually leads to all those forms of racism.
Yeah.
But racism will never die. But you want to know the root of all problems in America? The root of all problems in America when it comes to race, especially between black and white, is just the lack of understanding. And it's not the lack of understanding of black folks, because we've understood long enough. I mean, we're taught your history in the kindergarten and first grade.
Exactly.
Like, yo, I didn't know global history until when we got to 9th grade. Mr. Abedu, you remember his class. Yeah. I didn't know history until then. But from kindergarten until 8th grade, I was taught the same things in terms of Benjamin Franklin, George Washington. George Washington never told a lie. That was cap. What else? The Industrial Revolution. And for a long time, I thought our people's history started, like, I thought we were, like, our history was slavery. Like, that's where we started at. But that's not the case. Like, the richest man that ever walked the earth was a man from Africa, Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, the lack is just understanding. If it just took a time where we could just understand one another, you know, just understand the race. Like, yo, why are those black kids on the corner slap boxing? Because that's how we taught. That's how we was brought up. Yo, bro, word to my mother. How many times have you seen it in those African movies? They in a tribe fighting and all that. Right now, real shit. Somebody told me this. In those movies, you see, like, you know, they got like, they fighting and they in the tribes and stuff. And I'm like, yo, we do the same thing today when we play fight, when we slap box on the corner. But these cops from fucking West Bubblefuck come, right? And then they fucking police our community. And then they're not even policing it the right way because they don't understand where we come from. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lack of understanding with everything. Yeah, if you understood, yo, that's their culture. Like, wow, like, where you live at, where, like, Officer Doofenshmirtz, I'm talking to you. Where you live at, your neighborhood, the store closed at 8 p.m. I'm sorry. On the block got lit at 8 p.m. That's our culture. That's how we are. So you think we outside shooting dice or whatever the case is, we up to illegal activity. We got nothing to do. We a bunch of black kids in the community and we ain't got shit. We ain't got shit. I'm going on a rant right now, but I dead don't even care, bro. Like,
no, go ahead. I think the people need to hear this.
You feel me?
Need
like,
to hear this.
Bro, like
who's gonna say it?
Like, yeah,
it gotta be
Tupac
somebody.
said it best. You think we just a bunch of criminal ass black kids with guns? My nigga, we live in the gutter. We live in hell, bro. You feel me? Like, everywhere we go, we gotta not worry about only the police, but ignorant motherfuckers who want to kill us. You feel me?
Exactly.
Black on black crime, bullshit, right? Because that term right there is completely bullshit. But that's another conversation for another time, right? So it's like, it's a different environment, and I feel like if those who came to police or those who from the outside and looking in, if they just took the time to understand, you feel me? Everything would be better. Like, I'm telling you, yo, 9 times out of 10, if you understood why somebody did something, you would not see a negative in it, if that makes sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yo, why does that man on my neighbor, why does he always look out his window every morning looking like he looking at kids going to school? Nah, he probably just like looking out his window. You feel me? Go up and talk to him. You think he creepy. Come on, how many of us had a creepy neighbor? You got to know the creepy neighbor, and you like, oh, you're not even that creepy after all.
I'm dealing with one right now.
Like,
I'm dealing with one right now.
Like, you feel me? Like, it's not even, it's all understanding, yo. I feel like if we just took time out to understand each other, like, you don't even gotta love. People say, oh, love, and you don't even gotta love me. I don't want your love. If it ain't real, I don't want it. You feel me? I appreciate it. If it's here, you feel me? Listen, I give what I get. You know what I'm saying? But if you just took the time out to understand me, like, officer, you think that we just up to no good because we got the windows down and blasting music, bro? That's what we do. We cooling. You feel me? Like, that's how we maneuver. You can't get mad at that. And I think what you said was a really important piece, the officer that talks it out, because if you're the officer that talks it out, then that kind of, shows your fellow officers, listen, I never wrote a ticket or anything. I never put handcuffs on none of these black kids y'all think that are criminals or just up to no good. I simply spoke to them. Why? Because I understand them. You feel me? So I agree with that. I agree with that, and I'm glad you said that, bro. And that makes me more hopeful when you become an officer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, that kind of puts a smile on my face, because when it's all said and done, you feel me? I'm gonna say, yo, that was a cop who was of his word, and I appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm definitely gonna be a cop of my word. I'm taking this job for a reason, and that's to give back to my community and to protect it and serve it. Because growing up, it wasn't easy. Like, life is not easy at all, and I earned everything. Like, I nothing was given. I worked hard for everything. So something that really, like, irks my soul is, like, I had a situation once with my dad. Like, it was me and my dad. We was coming from my baseball practice or whatever, and I didn't have a Metro card at the time, because your Metro card.
I think you told me about the story.
Yeah, I think I did. The Metro card expires at 8:30, and
oh yeah.
My dad.
Do I have mine on me?
My.
Oh yeah, I think I do. I do. This is my last semester with it, and I can't even enjoy it. The schoolie.
Damn. Them joints come in clutch. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. This schoolie got me so. This schoolie made me have a lot of memories. Let's just say that. Okay. This schoolie.
Let's leave that out there. Right.
I'm gonna miss this, yo. R.I.P. This is my last semester. I'm going to college. If you selling these, let me know. I'm copping up. Like, my man's was dead selling them for 40 cash. But go on, my fault,
That's
bro.
crazy. No, but yeah, I had a situation. So, I didn't have a Metro card, and my dad only had his unlimited, and you have to wait like 15 minutes, and the train was about to come. All we did politely was ask if I could get a ride. Like, I was like, I'm underage, and I don't have any money or anything at this point. And, like, obviously, my dad has the money for it, but, like, I get a free ride. Like,
yeah,
most
you
of the
could save the
time.
$275.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
Like, come on. Like, most of the time when I ask for a ride on the train, like, they'll let me rock, because I go to school and I can't afford it. Like, my dad busts his behind for me to eat and shit. Mm-hmm. So if he didn't have the money right there, then he didn't have the fucking money. Like, What's your problem? Like, come on, bro. Like, be considerate. Like, I'm not, like, come on,
Yo, how
bro.
long you had it before he was finna cuss? How long you had it before he was finna cuss?
I don't know, but like, come on, bro. Like, be considerate. Like, you know, some people have bad days, and like, my dad didn't have money that day. He didn't have his card with him. So like, come on, bro. Like, be considerate.
Yeah.
Like, where you like, especially like, come on, like, we all grew up like with our parents giving us money. Like, I didn't have money at the time. I did not work. I was just trying to focus on baseball, and that's it.
Speaking of baseball, I can't wait for baseball to come back too, bro. When baseball come back, bro, fuck the Astros, man.
Yeah, fuck the Astros. Facts. New York Yankees.
Yo, bro,
all
we
day.
supposed to have a ring right now. The Yankees was dead supposed to have a ring right now, bro. Aaron Judge is supposed to be a MVP.
He was supposed to be that too.
Anyway, man, moving forward, bro, it's whatever. But so the officer who killed George Floyd, I don't remember his name, and I'm bothered by that. But he was arrested, and I think he got trialed with third-degree murder. I don't know the difference between the degrees and murder. I've never searched that up.
I don't either. I was gonna search it up another time, but I think like third degree is like life in jail, some shit like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, so I'm just looking on like, you know, just basic news now. Oh wow! So 6 hours ago, CBS just dropped the wife of Derek Chauvin, the officer who murdered Derek Rose. God forbid. George Floyd. I don't know why Derek Rose's name popped up in my mouth because of Derek Chauvin. Anyway, the man who murdered, the officer who murdered George Floyd, his wife actually filed for divorce, which was, in my opinion, the right move to make. I mean, I think that. I mean,
there's no debate in that.
There's no debate in that, bro. You kind of killed the man for nothing.
Killer,
Yo, I think.
Excuse my language.
I think that the worst thing though about that situation, and like no one's probably talking about it, is the fact that there was an officer. Well, no, people are talking about this, but the Asian officer there. And I want to bring highlight to that.
Oh my God!
I want to bring highlight to
the one that pisses me off the most.
Other officers who were on the scene. It was 4 total, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, bro.
And I want to bring highlight to the Asian officer. And this is when I told you, bro. And this proves my point on what I said earlier in the show. The POC experience is different between the blacks, the Indians, the Asians, etc., etc., etc. Everybody has a different POC experience, right? So remember what I said about understanding too. I said if it all took a little bit of understanding, life would in America or in the world period would probably be a little bit more easier. I'm pretty sure throughout history, if many people who started wars and different types of imperialism and, you know, all that, if it just took a little bit of understanding, that probably would have never happened.
Exactly.
But the officer, right? The Asian officer who was on scene, and we talk about, people of color and we need to unite and woohoo, right? Power to the people. I just think it's all bullshit. I think that don't get me wrong, the unity of all people is a sight to see. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not at all. If you guys want to unite, I'm all for it. But it's certain things you got to take, you know, into consideration with that. You know what I'm saying?
For a fact.
And such as culture, such as, you know, how one another thinks, lives, etc. But that kind of goes to show that the term POC, in my opinion, it just kind of gets weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker throughout life and throughout the times we live in it. Because although POC is a thing, it's no longer just POC though. It's kind of just becoming blacks. You know what I'm saying? And so to the Asian officer who was on the scene, you as a minority, right? And if you think of these guys, these white supremacists who aren't worried about you, but you're Asian, and even to the Hispanics out there in the world, I told you, who think they're white, you guys, you know, trying to impress your white sugar daddy or whatever the case is, bro. And you know, but deep down inside, they don't care about you, bro. You don't have blonde hair, you don't have blue eyes. It's that simple. So you're too busy trying to not be looked at as a minority to kind of work your way up to the top. But it's like,
work your way up to the top, but to fit in.
To fit in. You know what I'm saying?
What are you fitting in?
But that goes to my point about the POC thing, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's not more so. It's not much unity within that word as it used to be. If that makes sense. If there ever was. I don't know. But I think that kind of blew mine though. Like him kind of blocking the whole thing and just being in the way and
that's what most cops.
I'm getting mad thinking about the video, bro.
That's why when I was like fitting and I didn't have any other words to say is because it's like I get lost of words. Like I can't even speak right sometimes because it just hurts me. Like I was sitting on this couch right here in my house, right?
Yo, word, this is a dope setup, by the way. I fuck with it. I like doing this in your crib. Yeah. It's not that bad.
But yeah, bro, I was sitting here and I was just watching like videos on George Floyd and just videos in general, like this NBA player Steven Jackson.
Yeah, that's one of his close boys.
Bro, it's crazy how he was so hurt by that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally shed a couple of tears like because of that. Like it's just crazy to me, like because like how I'm thinking about it is like that could have been my brother that's 9 years old.
Mm-hmm. Could have been anybody, man.
It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. But you know, since we focus on black people, Hispanics, that's who I think of right away. Like, come on, B. Like, you know.
Did you hear about the situation in Central Park, like last week?
No, I didn't. Actually, inform me on that.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, all right. So you know who Amy Cooper? Well, no, you don't know about the situation. So the other day, in Central Park, in our own city, like 20 minutes away from here, a man was bird watching, and when he was bird watching, there was a woman walking her dog. From what I know, long story short,
you sent me the video.
She called the cops on him, said that he was threatening her and being aggressive, and with her threatening him and being aggressive, he was in the video. You obviously see him do the complete opposite.
Exactly.
And when he I'm gonna play the video, but man's literally said, like, don't get close to me. But then she goes and say on the phone, you threaten me. And there was something I realized in that video. I was analyzing the video, you know, and I was looking at his behavior, you know, and I'm glad the brother conduct himself very well in that. But I was watching her, and she kind of, you know, for people who believe that white privilege don't exist or whatever the case is, that right there shows how to use white privilege within society, bro.
Exactly.
She literally called this, like, she displayed blatantly how to use white power. You call the cops and say a black man is threatening you. That's all you have to say. That's attempted murder. That is attempted murder because cops pull up on the scene, guns drawn. You know how NYPD is. NYPD it's even proven because NYPD kills a lot of people throughout the year. Look it up. But NYPD is one of the worst. LAPD, NYPD is like the two major cities. They're like the worst police academy of police forces in the country. Like statistically, it says it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know the numbers correctly, but I think if we are the worst, but last time I checked,
reports could have changed, but like we're one of the worst. Like when it comes to like how officers conduct themselves, NYPD is like almost every police brutality I watch. Video I watch, if it's not in the South, it's definitely NYPD or LAPD.
Excuse my language, but don't fuck with NYPD. Just don't. I'm telling you that right now.
Bro,
like, and it's crazy.
I've come across some crazy cops in my lifetime.
Listen,
bro.
It's crazy for me saying that, but I'm saying that for a reason because like we just don't like. As a New Yorker, put it like this: as a New Yorker, let's forget about the cop topic. As a New Yorker, I don't play around.
Yeah, like New York is telling you, like, I'm born and raised, bro. Like I'm telling you straight up, like NYPD, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You got to keep it pushing, bro. Like cop till you get on the floor, bro. Just comply, bro. Even then, because I've seen multiple videos online of police brutality and you comply and you still get your ass beat. You feel me? Like you be like, get crazy on the ground, okay, and then you just get a knee to the face. Like, what's up with that, bro? Like NYPD got it though. NYPD definitely got it. Like I'm not gonna lie, yo. They be the John Cena cops too. You ever see the big ass John Cena cops, bro?
Yo,
bro, these big ass
DTs that be having the New York Yankees jerseys.
Yo, bro, they be having the Yankees jerseys on with a Mets hat and cargo shorts and Timbs, bro.
Come on,
you mad hot, bro. You come through my hood looking like that, bro. You're mad hot. Yo, you're not low, bro. Everybody know you a DT, bro. Like you do not look like a New Yorker, bro. Like that is bad fit one. Like, you pick a team, bro. That's one. Two, you see the big ass vest under that shit, and then like, when they hop out, bro, these cops is fucking soldiers, bro. I'm telling y'all, don't fuck with NYPD, bro. These cops, bro, they be flying over cars, bro. Like, cops really come from out of nowhere. Like, I gotta give respect to the cops. I mean, they trained to do that shit, but like, I seen cops come from like, yo, you be walking, it's like, oh, one right there, another right there, like, hands up, you like, fuck.
Bro, son, I was chilling in the Heights.
Yo, that shit be crazy.
Bro, it do, because they be hopping out of nowhere. Yo,
they come from nowhere. Like, word to my mother, you not lacking on the block, bro. Word to you looking out for the cops.
Bro,
and these niggas come like Batman out of the sky with it, bro. I swear to God, and break your arm and shit. Like, yo, bro, like, oh my God,
I was chilling in the Heights with my pops. And they were drinking beers or whatever, you know, having a good time. It's summertime, you know, we chilling on the block. We not bothering nobody. Yo, son, I seen a Honda Accord. You know, they usually put up in the Fords and shit.
Yo, they cars is not low. Yo, word to mother, bro.
But you know, it was surprising to see them in a Honda Accord, 2016, like all black tints, everything, and you just see like the window cracked a little bit, and of course you see a white face and. You know, he looked, and I was like, yo, that's the cops. I told everybody, I was like, yo, that's the cops. And they didn't want to listen, and like 3 of them got tickets. And bro, I was just laughing at them. I'm like, yo, listen, I saw them.
To my moms, bro, you realize them when it's too late, bro. I remember one time I'm in the car. I never told this story before, so I didn't even tell my mom about this, bro. Like, we went on, and we didn't even say nothing. But it was the day of my cousin Damani's 18th white affair birthday party. And thank God it was a white affair party, too, because that kind of, like, got us out. But we in a car, we cooling. We coming back uptown to the party. And I remember we was on Webster Ave in the Bronx, and we getting on that highway. Like, I don't know if you've ever been by Webster. You go past the gas station. And you make that left in that weird block, and the Jex is right here. And then you keep going to the highway to go back, you know, uptown. And so I remember when we was in the car, and I'm in the back seat, and I realized this car is like next to us. And so I'm looking, and then when I'm looking at the driver, I'm like, yo, bro, who is this? Like, he following, he grilling, and I'm like, hold on. I look in the shotgun seat, I look in the two, like the back seat, I'm like, yo, those is cops. And I was like, fuck. I try to look away, like, oh. Bloop, 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 bloop. I was like, damn, like, cops came, it was over, bro. It was over. And they checked us and shit. It was mad. It was a regular check, you feel me? Move on. And as I'm going, you know, when they checked us, though, it was mad funny because I was the youngest dude in the car. It was my cousin Brandon, his 2 mans, and me. We on my way back. So they questioned us, like, yo, like, where y'all going? And be like, we going to the all-white affair. You feel me? We all had on all white, so the story was believable. And I remember the cop. It was 2 white cops, 1 Hispanic, and 1 black. So it was fairly diverse.
Yeah.
You know, and I had the big Hispanic cop built like the Great Khali, and like it was mad big, bro. I swear to God, yo, they not even it's just the plate in the vest.
No, because they have the vest, and then they have like an extra plate right here to protect right here.
So he pulled me to the side. He's like, yo, they drinking in there, like they smoking in there. He trying to get me to like snitch or something. I'm like, yo, bro, word to my mother, I don't know. Like, I'm like, yo, not to my knowledge. You feel me? Like, nah, I don't know. Like, if it was questions I knew the answer to, I was like, nah. But if it was something I ain't know, I was still like, nah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You gotta look. You feel me? And so it went well, but like, yo, they really come from out of nowhere because, like, if you've been to Webster Ave, when you going in that highway, for everybody in the Bronx, it's like, that block is low key.
It is.
Really and
Webster
nowhere,
isn't. That block is low key.
Like, the Webster Strip is hot because the Jex is right there. And when you go more towards Franklin, that's where Sienna live and all that. When you go up towards Franklin and I forgot the other block. But like, I'm talking about going, like, when you pass the Jex and you going like into the highway, that block right there is like it was like a dead end block. It'd be nobody there, bro. And word too, bro, they come from out of nowhere and just checked us. That was one of the first times I got checked too. I hate getting checked because when you get checked, bro, I swear to God, like, They be getting your balls, you know. I don't
I personally never got checked.
You never got checked?
I never got checked.
I got checked the other day.
I never got checked. And I'm thankful for that because.
Nah, it's a calm experience.
Nah, I never got checked. Like no officer.
It's negative as fuck.
Nah, no officer put their hands on me.
You know what's the worst? Getting checked getting checked by the cops is one thing, but TSA be a bitch too. The airport,
that's nothing. Yeah.
They be wildin', bro. I remember one time I went to the airport, bro, and I'm with my family, bro. They was violating my brother, bro. Like they had like this nigga take off his belt, getting ready to take off his pants, bro. Like word to.
That's
like,
OD.
I'm like, bro, word to if they strip this, if they strip him right now,
you know what's
bro.
crazy, bro? You know that metal detector, like where you put your hands up and everything. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Like I had something in my back pocket. Like they told me to put my chains and everything away because I had jewelry on. Mm-hmm. But I put my chain in my pocket, and like the metal detector read that, and then they was like, "Oh, you got something in your back pocket?" And I was like, "Nah." And I was like, "Oh, you lying?" And I'm like, whoa, like wait a minute, like hold on, like what you mean, like it's something in my I was like, I didn't know, like and he was like go check, and I was like, oh, it's my chain, it's like my jewelry, and they was like, oh, okay, and then they checked me again with the shit, and then I was good.
Nah, my boy DC, I told you about I did the episode one. He was telling me about the time he had his pocket knife on him, but I swear to God, DC has a weird knife collection, bro. This dude has like mad knives. I don't know why, bro. But, Daniel, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like you be wilding with the knives, bro. But he had this knife with him, and this knife is like this small. Word to my mom's, it's like maybe this big, like maybe this big.
That's crazy.
Like it's literally like this big. And he was like how it didn't detect, in TSA. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like I don't know. That's scary.
That is crazy. That when stuff like that happens, I start thinking about 9/11 and shit. Because how the hell you put bombs through a metal detector?
Nah, you know
I'm
what
confused.
I heard.
Like it's just crazy.
I think it was Trump's son who tweeted, or it was somebody. He was like, rioting in Minneapolis won't bring George back. And someone shot back at him on Twitter. I fucked with Twitter. Twitter is like
Twitter is heavy right
like
now.
OD,
yeah,
bro.
Twitter is heavy right now.
Twitter is later. Twitter is
You leaving?
I bet. Kesley Kesley out of here, y'all. Later. Be safe. Drive safely.
Nah, you whack. You gotta take me to my grandma's house. Hold on. Sit down. Hold on. Take a minute.
But nah. So yeah, where was I? So in Minneapolis, he was like, that rioting won't bring George Floyd back, and someone shot back at him on Twitter and was like, bombing Middle Eastern countries won't fix 9/11, something like that.
Oh yeah,
and I just thought that was interesting, bro. Like
it is.
What you think on that?
It's the truth. It's the truth. Like, we can't be bombing other countries like that and thinking like that's gonna fix 9/11 because what happened in 9/11 happened, and I don't think we would change. Like, nothing would change from us bombing the Middle East or anything. Yeah. Us protesting, I'm gonna give my opinion on this. The way we were protesting, I don't agree with it. Mm-hmm. But I see the frustration that we have. Mm-hmm. So I'm numbed. There you go. I'm numbed to the way we protesting. Like I don't feel a way. I'm not disappointed. I don't feel anything. But what I do say is like we could do better though. Like we can't just be going down and doing the things that we do. Come on, like that's just gonna bring more officers towards us and try to like how you say that word?
Humiliate.
That word. I'm sorry, I can't get the word out. But humiliate us. There you go.
That was funny.
Humiliate us.
Stop it, bro.
I'm sorry.
Stop trying, bro.
I'm trying. But yeah, that word, and then
humiliate.
There you go. There
bro.
we go. Yeah. So I don't agree with like the way we protesting. Like if we walking with signs, yes, peacefully, I agree. Yes. But all the breaking the glass and come on the cars, like come on, there's people lives in there, like people lives by what I'm saying is because
like businesses and stuff.
Yes, and people's jobs.
Yeah.
Like come on, B. Like let's say if I was working in Target, you just burned down my job. How the hell am I help my mom pay the rent?
Yeah.
Like come on. Also like we bringing down police cars and shit. Like come on.
That I'm not against. I'm not against that.
I got family in this shit.
Like, bro, me break all that shit.
Yo, so if you see my uncle in the car, you gonna break that shit?
Oh no, like if there's people in it, I mean, honestly, me personally, okay, to that situation, no, because I know your uncle. They don't know those officers, so you really can't compare the two. That makes sense, bro. Like you really can't like. And plus, like, people not trying to hear that, bro. Like, they not trying to hear none of that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, they on demon time. Like,
that's what I'm
bitch,
saying.
I'm on demon time.
Yeah, I don't. No, but
I brought it with me. Now I ain't leaving mine. Bow. That's how they feel, bro. I can't be mad at them, bro.
But that's the issue right now. That's the issue.
Like,
that's what's gonna lead on to
let me give you my
something bad.
Let me give you my opinions on it. Me personally, do I agree with them breaking everything? Partially. Do I really have some sort of explanation to why they shouldn't? No, because these are people who are enraged. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even just people in Minneapolis. I mean, this is black folks from all over. Like people like we tight. Everybody. You feel me? Like we tight.
Atlanta's going crazy.
Oh, I didn't see nothing going on in Atlanta.
Atlanta going crazy. Atlanta, Houston. Yo, in Houston, a horse literally ran over a girl, bro.
What?
Yo, like it's not even funny, but it's the like. A horse came out of nowhere, like boom, and just
crying.
Like you heard the like the feet.
I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but you heard
it's
the
not
feet.
Funny, bro.
It's not funny, but you literally heard the feet, like, and then boom, like just truck her, like literally truck her, bro.
Yo, they wild.
And that shit's crazy, bro.
Yo, I don't blame him, bro. I can't blame him, bro. Like, I got another brother dead who ain't doing nothing, bro. Man, he had his knee. Had a knee in his neck for 10 minutes, bro. For 10 minutes, bro. I commend y'all. I don't agree with the rioting and breaking everything because
that's what I don't agree on.
Like you heard in black businesses, like I seen one thing, like a few black businesses getting hurt, people businesses getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? That I think y'all should at least be mindful. But I can't say be mindful because other people haven't been mindful, you know what I'm saying? And they in a mindset where they really not even trying to like I said, they not trying to hear that, bro. They dead not trying to hear that.
They're not.
You feel me? Like when I say something like they on demon time. When they on demon time, you just gotta let them be on demon time, bro. Like you gotta let them, you feel me? Like they wildin', bro. Who am I to say, you feel me? Yo, go do your thing. I can't do that, bro.
No, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that for sure. The protesting, I love it. I love it that everybody's coming together finally and you know, cause we're tired. We're tired of the bullshit. Like, come on, different name but same story, bro.
Shit, crazy, man.
The same outcome. This
bro.
person died. Officer this killed him, and come on, we're not trying to hear that no more.
Let me end the show on a serious note. I think that for real, like get a little bit more serious. You know, I gotta get my bullshit. But to the officers that conducted the murder of the fallen brother George Floyd, I just want to, you know, say from the bottom of my heart, suck a fat one. I'm being honest, like from the bottom, like I wanted to go, I could get real vulgar, but I'm not because I really don't want to get demonetized, and I probably am because we cussed a lot, but this is the Santiago show. We keep it real, we keep it blunt. This is young folks, we young, we chilling, we cooling. It is what it is. You feel me? I don't feel no type of way towards anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my show. I do what I want here. Nobody telling me nothing. But I do want to say though, it's very unfortunate what happened. I feel like as a community, we gotta learn how to learn how to really go about. I'm not even gonna say that because I feel like we took every right step as a community. I just feel like we just gotta be safe. Like that's why I tell everybody after I see them, y'all be safe. You feel me? Like be safe where you going, be safe where you at. Like, you know, you may think being safe is like, you know, probably getting caught up with the ops or whatever. But like, nah, just really being safe on how you walk. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
good. You feel
I
me?
feel
Like,
you, I feel
because
you.
anything could happen, bro. Anything could really happen, and that goes to show, you know, what could really happen. From what I've read something online. I don't know if it's true, but apparently George Floyd was in Minneapolis for work too. He didn't live in Minneapolis.
Oh, he's not from. I didn't even know that.
That's what I
crazy.
saw. I don't know if that's true. Hopefully somebody could confirm that in the comment section. But I was told that George Floyd was in there for work, and he's actually from, or he lives in Houston, Texas. So that's probably why they wildin'. That's probably what you was talking about then. But seriously, y'all be safe, man. Brothers, be safe. I need my kings to really be aware of where they're going and how they're going about things. There's obviously a war going on in America, unfortunately, and it's a race war. You feel me? It's the war on the Black and Hispanic man, but specifically the Black man in the situation. I need everybody to just be, you know, cautious about how they go about things. You know, be careful with the rioting, be careful with all that, because actually you kind of feeding the agenda they want, and that's to execute the Black man, execute the Black.
You're putting yourself in danger.
Black people. So
basically,
I just want y'all to be safe. Y'all be careful. Don't do anything that'll probably get you killed. But also act as you should. If you can find a common ground between those two, I feel like you'll be successful in whatever you're protesting, whatever you're riding. So
we have common sense. Please use it. Please.
But of course, this is your host, Nakai Santiago. I appreciate you if you got it this far. 46 minutes in, I really fuck with you. My boy JC pulled up. Future Officer Cabrera. Any last words, bro?
I actually want to thank you for, you know, bringing me onto the show
of course,
and
bro.
you know, expressing the way I feel and how I basically think about this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say, you know, thank you and big ups to you on your show.
Word.
Definitely.
Nah, thanks, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying. This is what the show is for. You know, I gotta say this was fun. You know, like
I enjoyed it.
This
is my you know, I say first time being real.
Yeah, like I be myself, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come up here and put up a front. You do have more episodes though when I'm more professional. Depending on who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I just match the energy, match the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
But I'm with my boys, so
because you know I finally could like express like how I really want to talk. You know, when we
and see that right there is why the Santiago show was made though. It was made to do this. You know what I'm saying? To just people to come on here and express themselves. Like, I don't care who you are, what you do. Like, if you just want to, everybody wants their opinions to be validated. Everybody wants to be validated. In life, everyone wants to be validated. That's all we look for. If you really think about what we go through day to day and, you know, how we live, everybody just wants validation. And that's why I made this platform, just to give someone validation, let someone's voice be heard. So I'm going to sign out. It's been good. It's been real as always. Y'all make sure y'all keep y'all shoelaces tied. Do you want to know people ask me, like, what does that mean when I say that? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. What you think it means? Keep your shoelaces tied.
Keep your shoelaces tied. Stay safe.
Yeah, like,
period.
You know, keep your shoelaces tied. What happens when your shoelaces loose? You fall. You can trip.
Fumbling.
You can trip. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so, you know, make sure everything together. Make sure all that is tight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, whatever you're going for, keep going at it. Everything gonna blossom real soon. So, I'm going to sign out. Y'all be safe. Rest in peace to that man, George Floyd. Until next time.
Rest in peace.
It's your host, Nakai Santiago. I'll catch y'all. All right, cool.